Hello, my chariots. Welcome back to another Chariot Soul message. These are loving messages that you may need to hear at this time if you are struggling in any way. This reading's not a pick a card reading, just an FYI. So if you're looking for a pick a card, you can go check out the other videos that I have uploaded to my channel. This is a reading for the collective, and whoever finds themselves here in need of these messages, so be it. Okay? So before we get started, though, let's just take that moment to connect and go within. So, my chariots, if you can take in a deep breath right now. And just be still for a moment. As you're breathing, when you exhale, try to release any of those feelings where you're feeling tension and stress. And say to yourself that I am present. All right. And say, I am connected to my higher inner power. I am a divine being. All right. So let's see what messages come through today. All right, so this is the Moonology Oracle Zach. All right, and let's get one here from Tower of Love. Okay, let's see. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And it's time to release negativity. All right. So, what am I hearing? I'm hearing that there's someone here, they're struggling because they are trying, all right, so hard to focus on themselves and really take that advice of loving themselves for who they are. And yet, um, there's still, I feel like a little bit of the ego that sits in the person that I'm connecting with because they're holding on to negativity. Okay. They're sitting in a darkness, perhaps, of a difficulty realizing that they're not giving themselves enough credit, is what I'm trying to say. So, with this new moon in Capricorn, we're talking about someone that's been working very hard on themselves. And maybe whoever I'm connecting with is actually even frustrated because they feel that they're working so hard Okay, that they feel that they're putting in all this work, that they're doing what they need to do. They're doing meditations, they're journaling, they're focusing, taking time to self-reflect, and they feel like they're doing all that, and yet here's some negativity that still sits with them, which is bringing frustration because they feel like the negativity may come from maybe you pop onto other sites, other readings, and you keep ending up with the same readings of work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself. And this is frustrating because you want to come back and say, I am. I am. And Spirit is saying, absolutely, that hard work for you is paying off. All we are asking for is for you to be a little more compassionate to yourself. And that's a lot of times retraining yourself, even with affirmations, you know. Um, so when you say, I am worthy, you know, believing in it, all right, not just going through the motions, but they're, you know, believing that you are worthy, that you are lovable, that you are a beautiful soul, okay, that you look great, all right. It's what comes after, right? Sometimes it's what's follows after. I'm beautiful, but I wish that my waistline was a little bit thinner. Um, I am worthy of being loved, but this person really isn't loving me, so maybe there is something wrong. You see what I'm saying? So you have to learn to release that negative portion, all right, in order to truly feel that self-love and that fulfillment that you really are taking the time to expand yourself, you know, grow yourself from where you once were. So let's take a look at tarot and see what other messages come through. Ooh, the Nine of Swords, the Fool, and the King of Swords. You know, and it's interesting because whenever the King of Swords shows up, you'll hear me say this is a dilemma sometimes with head versus heart. And I feel that this may be the case with yourself, for whoever I'm connecting with, because what I see here is the sleepless nights and the anxiety that still exists and the worry. Okay. And even though you may be feeling like, yes, I've been putting in the work on myself to do good, but I am looking for this new start and I just don't feel like it's coming. And what it could be is when I see this King of Swords, you know, this is about truth, it's about clarity, it's about speaking your truth. Um, but this is the king, this is Aquarius energy that likes to make decisions that are based on being logical and practical. All right. So even though you may be working hard in this Capricorn energy with this Aquarius energy, you know, you are trying to be logical about this situation. What I feel that Spirit's saying is be a little bit more vulnerable to opening your heart. Right. And I feel like this situation here lacks that. And that's why you have these moments of sleepless nights, and you worry about when you're going to be able to take this leap of faith and have a fresh new start um, in your life. And Spirit is here to say, yes, you're logically making those decisions. You're holding yourself to make the correct decisions. You know what's needed in your head, all right? You know what's needed. You're being logical in your head, in your mind, with what is needed for you in order to be able to experience this new path, this new journey. But now let's bring your hearts into it, all right? And I really feel like this is why the center here, we have this beautiful card of self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. So even though you are doing and putting yourself through a lot of hard work, there's still a boundary here when it comes to your heart chakra. If you like to do meditations, perhaps meditations regarding clearing your heart chakra, maybe something that comforts you during this time, being able to open and expand and surrender to that love, all right, that Spirit wants you to feel so that you can give that love to others, all right? And I feel that that's important here as your message, because unless that's done first, no matter how hard you try, you're going to struggle with other relationships, okay? And the people that matter most to you, all right? There's going to be a struggle here. Let me get a few more cards. Let's see if I can move these up. Mhm. What else? And I do have to not laugh, but Capricorn energy, if you are a Capricorn, if you know some Capricorns, very hard workers, first of all, very hard workers. And they can be the funniest people, but there is a point sometimes that they do sort of latch on to the negative side of things. And, it's just realizing and recognizing that you don't need to do that. All right. That there's another way, there's another answer. The High Priestess and the King of Wands. And the star, the beautiful star card, which is all about healing. I love this energy. It's all about hope, and hope is about trusting and believing in Spirit, in the universe, right? And knowing that you can be okay. Um, and what's interesting, this King of Wands energy. This is fire. This is Leo energy. And that's about the energy of taking action and stepping up. And I feel like they're looking towards the High Priestess, which is all about intuition. It is all about the inner light. It's about your inner knowing. And yet she remains mute. Okay. So she knows, all right, she knows her authenticity, she knows her truth, she knows the realization of what is here in this 3D material world and yet what is beyond. But she doesn't speak. And when I see this King of Wands looking towards the high priestess who's all knowing and follows that inner light, I feel like action, Spirit is asking for you to take action in some way when it comes to your inner voice. That perhaps there's something that you are struggling with right now, for whoever I'm connecting with, that you need to speak up about something. All right. And this is what's causing some anxiety for you. So what's interesting is that, we're starting the reading with the energy of feeling like you're putting in the hard work. But there's something that you're holding on to within you that you have not talked about that is calling for action. And if you're able to step up and talk about something that you've been holding within, it gives room for this beautiful healing to finally be able to move forward. It will release that negativity that that's tough for you to let go of at this point, so that you can have this beautiful new leap of faith, this new journey that awaits you. Okay. And once you talk about whatever it is that you've been holding back, right? There's something here that isn't known yet that you're not speaking of, that I feel is affecting the love that you have for yourself. And if I'm connecting with you, I feel like you know what I am referring to. There's something here specific that has shaken your heart. Okay, that has shaken your heart, and it's coming through that you've been afraid to talk about it for the longest time. So meanwhile, you are trying to take steps to heal, and perhaps you've been going to say, counselors or therapists. You maybe are doing online support. You're reading, right? Again, meditating, maybe even health-wise, doing things like Reiki, massages, anything to work on yourself. And yet I feel like there's a message that's strongly coming through now saying that is wonderful, but you still have to deal with this. All right. You cannot forget about this. What is it that you are not speaking about? What is it that you are holding on to that needs release? So let's get some other oracle cards. Let's see here. Let's get one from Keepers of the Light. I feel like there's some guidance that's needed from Keepers of the Lights. So in this situation, Spirit, what Keeper of the Light is needed at this time? Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So I feel like, the strong message that's coming through is that, hey, whoever I'm connecting with, what are you not talking about? Um, let's see what the book says here. Mercury is the Roman god of messages and communication. In Greek mythology, he is known as Hermes. He has often been depicted with wings on his feet, representing his capacity to be swift. and carrying a healing wand that Archangel Raphael is known to carry. As well as overseeing communication, he oversees the planet Mercury. When this goes retrograde, which means it appears to go backwards when seen from Earth, communication can be delayed or difficult. We can call on Mercury for help with loving, honest, and open conversations, divination, and any form of expressive art, such as writing, poetry, and journalism. He can also help us heal miscommunications that have caused distress. Wow. All right. I mean, so if that doesn't get to the heart of the matter, I don't know what is. That's beautiful. So again, what is it that you need to open up and communicate? There's something within your soul, my chariots, for whoever I'm connecting with. There's something within your soul that needs uh, that weight from your chest to be removed, so you don't no longer carry this anxiety with you. All right. So I'm going to get one for closing out from Oracle of the Angels, and then one from Angel Answers, where you can ask your own question and we'll see what answer we get. Okay. So from Oracle of the Angels, what advice is necessary, Spirit, for this person that is struggling, having a hard time with communicating what it is that they need, all right, within them when it comes to self-love? And we have here number one, higher consciousness. All right. Higher consciousness, which for me is an awareness. It's an awareness of um, your higher presence. Your connection to the higher consciousness is activated and very strong at this time. You are currently able to experience your life and the world around you from a higher perspective than you have been used to. This is an excellent time to reflect on your life and your desires for the future. Feel your interconnectedness with all things and seize the potential of this moment to realize some of your greatest spiritual dreams. And your affirmation: I let go of the material world and open to my higher consciousness. I become aware of my greatness and my importance within the universe. I believe in myself. I accept myself and I love myself completely. My mission is important and I live it fully. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. All right. So we're talking again about that self-love that your higher conscious is aware of, that you're connecting with, okay? And the struggle could be right now here on this material world, the communication that you're not allowing yourself, that you're not giving to yourself, and that's all about authenticity, and it is about speaking the truth, okay? So let's end with angel answers. Let's see. I want you at this time to think about a question that you have in regards to the situation. I will give you a moment while I shuffle the cards and then we'll see what the answer is, okay? So my chariots, what question is it that you have right now in this moment regarding the situation? And we have abundance. All right, so your answer is abundance. Great abundance will find its way into your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. Abundance is not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. This card can also reflect an inflow of any of these types of treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven to receive with gratitude that which you desire. All right. So I am going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you, and I will see you again at the next reading. Okay? Bye.